Hey, what's up? It's Mike the NBA guy here, and today I'm doing what is I think will be a shorter video. I want to look at the NBA's Western Conference and just kind of go over how ridiculous it is at the moment. Okay, because it's kind of stupid how talented the league is right now, and even though the East has really been improving, and shout out to the Eastern Conference. Okay, why am I saying this? It's not a fucking person. It's not like Anyway, Eastern Conference is really good right now. Okay, you got seven, I would say teams. I would say seven teams who have a chance at least to make the second round next year. All right, Nets, Sixers, Heat, Pacers, Celtics, Raptors, Bucks. All right, those are all teams who are guaranteed to make the playoffs in the East, and teams who definitely could make the second round, in my opinion, even if some of them, like the Pacers, for instance, are definitely less likely than others, like the Bucks. And then after that, though, it just kind of falls off a cliff. You know, the Magic are very mediocre. And the East is going to be improving. With John Wall coming back, the Wizards may be not garbage finally. The Bulls and the Hawks, I think, are both going to get better over the next few seasons. And I fully expect the Hawks to be making the playoffs in like 2 or 3 years from now, and maybe even contending one day. And I think the Bulls will be contending for a playoff spot over the next few years. So the East is not nearly as bad as it was in the years while LeBron was over here. Okay, it has finally started getting better the last few seasons, and it's just going to keep getting better and better. All right, but that said, you still got a lot of crap teams in the East. Okay, the Knicks are never going to not suck. The Hornets are going nowhere. The Pistons are garbage right now. The Cavaliers are garbage right now. And who knows with the Magic, teams like the Magic, the Wizards, and the Bulls, and even the Hawks, like, they may not end up getting way better. I believe they will. Um, Not necessarily the Magic, but like the Hawks especially, I believe will get better. But there's a chance they don't. There's a chance they screw it up. So it's not crazy competitive. It's a really competitive conference for the 8th seed by a bunch of teams with losing records. The Western Conference, meanwhile, I would say there are. I would say, ignoring any major injuries, there are only four teams I would absolutely guarantee will make the playoffs, and those are the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets, and the Mavericks. You know what? I would say five, because bearing injuries, the Jazz should definitely make it too. All right, unless they do some kind of big trade, the Jazz should definitely make it too. So five teams, I would say, will definitely make it. However, then you've got, I would say there are 12 to 13 teams who absolutely could make it. Okay, there's only two teams who I would definitely. There's only one team who I would bet my life would not make it next year. Okay, in the East, there's at least five. In the West, there's one team, and that's the Timberwolves, because the Timberwolves suck ass. Okay? And then depending on your views on the Spurs and the Kings, you can definitely make the argument that neither of them really have a chance at the playoffs next year, and I would agree with that. So, 15 teams in the West, three of them have no real chance at playoff contention, 12 of them do. Okay, if you look at the rest of the teams, it's crazy. I'm probably going to do my playoff predictions soon, and it's really, really difficult with the West because the Rockets almost certainly will make it, but there's a good chance that they make a big trade. Obviously, if they don't trade James Harden, they're going to make it, but they might trade him for something. They might have to if it gets that bad. The Thunder, who knows if they trade Chris Paul or not? Even if they don't, he gets injured constantly, and even if he doesn't, he's old. Yeah, they got a lot of young players on that team. The Trailblazers, who knows if they're going to make it again? All right, their team is not built very well. They're lacking defense, but they're still a very good team who's definitely going to contend. The Grizzlies almost made it this year. They're going to get better as Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant improve. The Suns went 8-0 in the bubble. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be very surprised if they do not have a winning record next season, or at least an even like 41-41 record. Like I would be surprised if they win less than 40 games because I really think they're going to improve next season. They're going to get better. The Pelicans, they've got Zion. Even if he's overhyped, he's still a really good player, and they got a lot of really good young guys on there like Lonzo and Brandon Ingram. All right. I can't think of their new center they drafted too, but he's pretty good. Jackson Hayes, maybe. I think that's it. The Warriors are going to be back. They're almost certainly going to make the playoffs unless Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are both like really bad. Like just we're worse off from their injuries than we all expect. I feel like I'm missing someone here. I think that's all of it. But the West is just, it's just kind of ridiculous. And even the Kings, I would say, do have a slim chance if they get a new GM who's actually not an idiot and they make some good moves. They keep building around De'Aaron Fox and Bogdan, and Marvin Bagley has a good season and he's healthy, a good healthy season. I mean, they could honestly contend for a place too. The Spurs, I don't expect, but then again, they made they made the playoffs for like 22 straight years. Maybe they'll be back at it. Maybe they'll do something none of us see coming. They're a good organization. It's just kind of crazy how the West is right now, and I am very excited to see this season and to see who does end up making the playoffs in the West. It's going to be crazy. It's been crazy for years, but I really do expect it to be something else this upcoming season, so I'm very excited for that. So this is just a shorter video. I just wanted to talk about the Western Conference, why it's kind of nuts. If you enjoyed this video, please like and please subscribe to the channel, because I would really appreciate that. And thank you. Have a good day.